Here we are, August 31st, Wednesday, middle of the week, end of the month, getting closer to the end of the summer as well. This upcoming weekend, the unofficial end to the summer. It's going to be a hot one. It's going to feel just like summer instead of early September where we start to begin the fall feeling. No, we're going to be right in the middle of summer with temperatures pushing towards 100 degrees. So little shade clouds like this moving around are going to be very helpful. We're even going to have some breezy conditions tomorrow. So if you grab that burn permit, you might want to start earlier in the morning instead of later in the afternoon, because that's when those gusty conditions, 15 to 20 miles per hour, likely will materialize. Some of those shade clouds over the Grand Valley on radar, just that, a shade cloud. It's not going to produce any rain showers. Spotted clouds over the divide, spotted clouds getting a little bit thick towards the I-25 corridor and exiting the eastern portion of the state. Storm motion as an overall picture is southbound. So we did have some storms popping outside of Cortez, the San Juans, coming out of Pagosa Springs. Now those areas have exited into New Mexico. We still have the San Luis Valley and the Crestone Needle, a couple of 14ers down here, still quite active. And I think this is going to be a pattern that we're going to experience along the I-25 corridor for the next couple of afternoons. So if you're heading to Denver Friday night, I expect more of these. We'll have a few storm clouds tomorrow, but for the western slope, there's really not going to be much opportunity to get measurable storms through here. Hazardous weather, well, we're certainly not going to be looking at flood watches, though one or two could pop up around the San Juans, but overall that flood threat is lowered, significantly lowered. Now we'll move forward with hotter temperatures. We won't get a heat advisory, but I'll say this, we are going to push towards the triple digits around the Grand Valley and a couple of areas in eastern Utah, Moab to be more specific. So triple digit readings are possible, record setting temperatures or ties will be possible. And then with the dry conditions, if we can hit the criteria for the wind, then we'll be looking at red flag warnings, and then you cannot burn even if you have a permit. So we're going to be watching that as we move through September, because September is shaping up, at least the first half, shaping up to be dry and warmer than the average. Drier conditions highlighted in red in this water vapor map really coming in from the Baja Peninsula through the desert Southwest and then anchoring. Not a lot of movement with this type of air mass. Still have some pretty damp conditions in the Texas region and along the Gulf Coast region. That's where the storms are really kind of pushed away. We have these dry conditions on the western third of the United States. Storm activity with a weak little low pressure system working its way slowly through the Red River Valley of Oklahoma, Texas, into the Gulf states. They're still dealing with a lot of heavy rain along the Gulf Coast. So with that being the case, we get dry conditions, they get rainier, stormier conditions. We also get hot temperatures. Now, you'll notice the high pressure system kind of moving around a little bit between the Four Corners region and the triple point of Nevada, California, and Arizona. It's not going to open up the window for storm coverage for us, but what it will do is just continuously keep us mostly clear, keep us very dry, and really start to get our temperatures to go hotter, all because of that high pressure system. Temperatures right now, mid-90s for many locations. We have 80 and 70 degree readings off towards the east, low 90s at Montrose. Looking at the high temperatures for the day, yesterday we were 96 at Grand Junction and 91 at Montrose. So yeah, we added 1, 2, 3 degrees. But when you think about where we're supposed to be this time of the year, 88 for Grand Junction, that's 10 degrees hotter than late August than we should be. For Montrose, it's mid 80s. So yeah, 5 to 10 degrees, and then we're going to build on that. So tomorrow we make a push. The record for Grand Junction tomorrow is 100 degrees. If we can tie that, then that would be our 14th day at or above 100 degrees. 14 days. We've only had one in the month of August. We've had 8, the most, in July. We had a few in June. So prepare for hotter temperatures, folks. And we won't get the relief of the storm clouds. And we won't have storm-associated wind gusts. Breezy at best, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Top wind gusts of the day, less than 20 miles per hour. We may see wind gusts tomorrow closer to the 20 and the 25 mile per hour zone, but that's not a guarantee that we'll get storms. Highlighted in red for Grand Junction records for the next couple of days. Not to be confused with the forecast temperatures for the next several days. Carrying us through this long weekend with Monday, we're looking at temperatures at ties, sets, triple digits, 14, could it be 15, could it be 16 days at or above 100 degrees? Ay, ay, ay. And not unheard of to get that in September. We have 2 days in early September in the record books for 100 degrees, so the possibility is there. Montrose, our records, pretty consistent through this end of the week and through the upcoming weekend, consistent at about 94 to 96 degrees. So we'll call it mid-90s, but our forecasted temperatures should not quite get there. Though Friday looks like it could be the hottest day of the week.